Picture this. Your favorite fictional character from an unspecified indie animated project that has concluded officially this year has just appeared in my laboratory, and Ditto and I are now asking ourselves, should we have stayed in college? Was picking up that summer gig as a belly dancer in Kuwait a bad idea? 2022 was a weird year. Digress. Your favorite fictional character is here, standing in front of your two other favorite fictional characters, right? Right? I'm only half joking. You can meet Ditto and I in real life for free at PokeFest San Antonio. No admission costs, free parking. Go to the Fair Oaks Mall October 26th and 27th. We'll be there, and we'll have a ton of free stuff if you can prove that you're a subscriber. But your favorite fictional character is asking me who I am and why I'm wearing a lab coat. I ask myself the same thing every time I turn on this camera. I respond with a very controlled, all right, here we go. Hello, trainer. Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. My name is Professor. This is my assistant Ditto. I assume you need a Pokemon. Chaos ensues. Please don't take that out of context. So in the spirit of spookiness and getting ready for PokeFest again at the end of the month, let's talk about some of my favorite characters from these shows and what Pokemon I would recommend as their starter. A disclaimer, I'll not be covering every single character from every single show. Sorry, Dorman senior enjoyers, that's just not happening. For this episode, if there is a character from a show that I didn't cover, then just put them in the comments down below. There's probably going to be a part 2 to this. But for now, let's start with, well, good old MD. Murder drones. I'm talking about murder drones. Listen, nobody that watches my videos is gonna know what MD is, okay? Dorman will be our first character. Oh, the things I could give this girl. A firm handshake, slap on the wrist, maybe a flick. It would all be out of love. Maybe. Dorman is an interesting case because you would think a character like this would deserve a dark type or a poison type, something that would complement the purple and the black color scheme. I say nay. In most cases, Uzi would be deserving of a Pokemon of that type, but I have something here at the lab that she would absolutely click with, and it's the last Pokemon you guys are expecting. There we go. And, I mean, it's because she has no mom. For a second there. No, trust me, Cubone makes sense. Uzi is the kind of character that butts heads with everybody, is always talking about how everyone should bite her and all this other stuff. Cubone emanates that kind of personality to me. It would show Uzi what it's like to be around her. At the very least, it's a character with parental issues, and I find that kind of charming. So, congratulations, Uzi. You've just obtained your first Pokemon. It's my Cubone. Okay, you go down now. Up next is Shrike Sanchez, the legend himself, from Monkey Wrench. What is Shrike a fan of? Cartoons and piracy. And probably his weapons that he pulls out of his head. You have to watch the show to get any of this. The guy is way, way cooler than I think anybody gives him credit for. And for that, I've got just the Pokemon for his adventure. Give me 1 second, all of them are off screen. Yes. Come on, buddy. Yamper, everybody. Yamper, the dog, the electric dog. Everybody remembers Yamper. It's a corgi. It's an electric corgi. Now you're probably asking yourselves, why does the gun-toting space mercenary pirate Shrike Sanchez get the electric cute corgi dog from Sword and Shield? Well, the answer is simple. I can see it. That's why. If for no other reason, having a cute little dog that can not only placate Sanchez, but also restart the, what's the ship called? The Bucket? Is it the Bucket, Ditto? I really should know this. Whatever it is, it's nice to have something on hand that can restart the ship's engines if need be. And Yamper is definitely not the kind of Pokemon that you would expect Sanchez to have. And let's be honest, Shrike would get real attached real fast. I can definitely see him with a Yamper. But definitely not our next character, I can tell you that. Good old Molly from Dungeon Flippers is a character that you would think would mesh well with something like Yamper. And yes, in hindsight, I realized that probably would have been perfect. But decisions have been made, and I'm not going to reuse Yamper for 2 different characters. No, we are more original than that. I think. No, Molly doesn't need a character in the way that Shrike needs a character, something that offsets him. Molly needs something that challenges her. A Pokemon that would not only be super useful to a Manticore of all things, but also would give her a sense of urgency and comfort. And that Pokemon is none other than Ditto! You didn't think I only had one, did you? Man, I got at least 3. Now this is one of my bigger Dittos. We call him Durgit for short. And Dur here would fit really well with Molly. Molly is constantly in a changing environment. She's a real estate agent, or a dungeon estate agent. And they're constantly going around trying to flip the next dungeon so that their customers can be happy and find good new places to live, where they can torture mankind to their heart's content. Durgit here would be perfect, because not only is he big enough to fit on her shoulder, again, she's a manticore, she's bigger than she looks, but also Ditto can become anything. Why do you think I chose him as my companion? Because it was the only Pokemon I had access to at the time? Don't hit me. I chose Ditto because Ditto is like the greatest multi-tool in the world, and he tells great stories at parties. So, for that reason, if anybody needs something that can acclimate to whatever environment they're in, I would say let's give her a Ditto, okay? Not just any Ditto, a big enough Ditto to look like this on her shoulder. Again, she's a manticore, she's huge. This next one's gonna make me sound like a little bit of a psycho, but hey, I'm on Kane's side here, okay? The man's just trying to do his job. You know her, you love her. Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. A fantastic character that seems to get more and more troubled, yet more and more acclimated to her new living conditions with every episode that comes out. And by George, she needs a Pokemon that's gonna help her as she continues her wild and wacky digital journey. I present to you the best choice for poor Pomni. Hear me out. Mew is playful, it likes to have fun, and it disappears at the most inconvenient times. It can literally do anything, and yet it will do nothing to help you because, well, Mew doesn't exactly play favorites. We've seen that for years. The only reason Mew hangs around here is because I've opened a home for freeloaders, apparently. Rent is due. But yeah, imagine Pomni getting like the most powerful Pokemon in history, and then it just laughing and giggling at her before disappearing and then reappearing at random and inconvenient moments. That would be so on brand for poor Pomni. And heck, I'm one to feed into that. And finally, we have James from President Troll and the Assault on America, my original trilogy, which you can get on Amazon. He gets Piplup, because nothing in life is funnier than a giant yellow dragon man in a suit and a cute little penguin. I will die on that hill. If Chainsaw Man taught us anything, and it taught us a lot, well-dressed, dapper characters are the most memorable. Also Reservoir Dogs. And before anyone asks, yes, I have Piplup. She's camera shy, so I'm not gonna have her on here for long. But if you guys want to know more about the trilogy that I wrote and am about to finish, then go down to the comments. I'll answer every question I get. Bear in mind, these have all been characters that I'm somewhat nice towards, or that I look at favorably. All of them are protagonists, if you will, of their individual worlds and stories. What about villainous characters, or characters that I just flat out don't like? What kind of Pokemon would I give someone like that? It should be pretty obvious. Ditto? Grand reveal time. Move, dang it. Okay, I give you the Pokemon that every villain deserves. This one! Yeah, there's a reason this one's in here. This is Sylveon. Say hi, Sylveon. You know what you did. Has been in my closet for some time now. I am kind of known as the foe of said... Wrong picture. Because, simply put, antagonistic characters deserve something that is as easily as cute as it is able to manipulate your emotions. If you think I'm mistreating my Sylveon by keeping it in a dark, locked door closet area, then maybe you'd like to come and adopt Sylveon for yourself. That's right, my Sylveon is going up for adoption at PokeFest San Antonio, October 26th and 27th. You could rescue Sylveon from my dastardly clutches. PokeFest is free. Be there, or just be there. And remember to pick up a copy of my trilogy, President Troll and the Assault on America. Thank you so much for watching. Ditto, give us an outro. I'm just kidding. Video's over. Bye. Yeah, Ditto and I definitely didn't spend an entire day yesterday going out to a pumpkin patch just to film a video that ultimately turned out to be way too boring for what we were trying to do. I mean, it was fun, got a lot of weird looks from people, and I guess there was that. and I have a season pass to a pumpkin patch now. Not that I needed one, but yeah. Plan ahead, guys, and don't be afraid to scrap a video if it's just not going to work. At least that's what I tell myself. Man, we should have brought a pumpkin home.